Welcome to the vlog. So we have a full day of eating on prep. This is a refeed day, so a little bit more exciting than the standard days on prep. We've got Daisy, my daughter, helping us cook breakfast this morning. So we've got 2 eggs with 200 grams of egg whites going into this. Then we have 90 grams of carbs from bagels. You put one in that one. That's it. Good job. Got a cook. What would you like for breakfast?
No, I like bagel.
Would you like a bagel as well?
I like that.
You have a bagel, do you want some jam on it?
No.
You just ate it straight up like that? That was my bagel. Just got in from some morning steps, 4,000 steps boxed off. I like to get them done before starting, especially like a high day of food where you're going to be putting more food in the body to digest a little bit more, so getting a nice handful of steps done in the morning. Still have 12k steps to do on a day-to-day basis. Cardio has been pulled. We're X amount of time out from a show. That will be confirmed at a later time. So start off with meal one. We've got a nice day ahead, obviously, just in terms of food. 700 grams of carbs going in. So we're going to get this meal one down. We have our first meal here. So as you can see, bagels, eggs, 2 bagels toasted. I've just kept one not toasted, just different textures are nice. So I'd say 2 whole eggs, 200 grams of egg whites and 90 grams of carbs from bagels. We didn't get the standard bagels, we got the 30% less calorie ones, so we have 90 grams from sort of free. They are a little smaller than the standard bagel, to be fair, but nonetheless 90 grams of carbs. I'm going to enjoy this and tuck in. So the plan with this was to have 2 runny eggs, but obviously Daisy wanted to help out, so overcook them quite quickly. So we just have like a bit of an omelette here with the bagels, but still a very, very nice meal. I'm never going to complain with bagels, especially when we haven't had them in for a while. So we are going to tuck in and enjoy this thoroughly. So guys, we are on to meal 2. So I've got 4 chicken and rice meals today, but because I don't want to have chicken every meal, it's a little bit heavy. I've actually going to switch this for the chicken for a whey. And what I've been doing, and it tastes amazing, is in prep I've been making like a rice pudding. So I've got my sushi rice, cinnamon whey, a little bit of cinnamon powder. Obviously I make the whey into a paste, then mix it all in. And this is kind of what it makes here, as you can see. And it's absolutely unreal. You might think, what the hell is he doing? But honestly, it sits so much lighter on my stomach. So I do switch it for a chicken and rice meal sometimes and use a whey and a rice. And it just hits the spot. If you make it into a paste, and then obviously from that, mix it all in, you get this like nice rice pudding consistency. And it's just unreal. A bit of cinnamon powder on top, it absolutely bangs. You can sometimes use like a sugar-free sort of caramel sauce if you want to, but it is unreal and it sits so well and it goes down so easy. So when you're eating high volume foods, it really does help. I do like my chicken and rice meals still, so I will have the other 3 with them, but just to keep it a bit light on my stomach, I'll switch it for like a whey. And so guys, we are gonna get some check-ins done. This will be the 3rd meal of the day. It's now 12 o'clock, so 3 meals, well, there's about 3 to go down. So we have here, as you can see, 125 grams of rice uncooked weight, 125 grams of chicken raw weight, and a handful of veggies here. All the weights I do are always raw weight, and I generally find it easy because I can sort of batch cook and then split across the meals that I need. You know, with the rice, I sort of make up the rice that I need for the day, and then I just make sure I portion that evenly. But obviously, because I know that it's the exact amount for the day there, I'm eating exactly what's required across the day. So yeah, I'm going to get stuck in some check-ins. Obviously, this is the first of my own sort of vlogging series, because I don't normally do this myself, but I feel like it'll have a nice feel to it because it'll be a bit more of a personal touch. And I'll obviously get better as the journey goes on, but this is now meal 3. We have 4 more meals to go. So I'm going to eat this, get some work done, some client check-ins and some new clients set up, and get them on board. And then we have a couple of consult calls to do. Very, very good, productive sort of morning, well, till lunch. 6k, 7k steps done now, so we have 12 to box off, so we have loads of time to get that done. I'm actually quite busy with a few things later today, which means I'll be out and about, so I'll accumulate the steps nicely. So this is the only refeed we're having, then we'll be digging down from tomorrow. So I'm going to make sure I enjoy this, make sure the food sits well. Like I do, I always try and make sure digestion's key, so spacing the meals out, making sure that I'm you know, with the protein sources, I came away from like a red meat, like minced beef, and switched it for more like a chicken or prawns, just because it sits better. Or even sometimes using whey, like I did on the previous meal, made like a bit of a rice pudding instead of having a meat. It just helps with the digestion and spacing the meals out. So yeah, going to get this down. Next meal in, we have again, instead of the chicken rice, we're just going with the whey and the rice and made like a rice pudding again. You can see the consistency is really nice. So that's 125 grams of rice, 35 grams of whey, and then we just have a bit of cinnamon powder. Obviously mix the whey with some water to make a paste, and a bit of sea salt in there, and that'll be meal 4 going in. I'm preparing this now, ready to go, because we have to watch the football. Scunny in the playoffs, so big game, so we're going to take that with us and chow down on that then, so peace out. So we have now meal number 5. It is now nearly 6 o'clock, nearly 11k steps down, so it's been good. Obviously the spacing, like the meals out, obviously get the steps in for digestion, and also the 12k to hit, as that's kind of like my only source of like cardio output at the moment. So we have, again, a little bit less rice this time, so we have 100 grams of uncooked white rice, some prawns and just a handful of veggies, just cooked out in a pan, fried it all up. But yes, obviously all the meals sitting down really nice. It's a bit more of a longer gap because we went to watch the football between the last meal and this one, and yes, sitting very nicely, so feeling good, feel nice and tight. You know, it's nice because I haven't really had a high influx of carbs for a fair few weeks now. We've actually only had, because this prep so far would be going to, I think, 15-16 weeks, so I think this will be like the 3rd refeed day we've had. I had 2 back-to-back ones about 5 weeks ago. But yeah, feeling really good. Energy levels definitely much better, feeling tight, just feeling pretty good. But I think obviously the cardio being poured out has really helped. So we're going to get this down. We have 2 more meals to go. We've got a nice day though, because we're actually off to cinema, 7:30 to watch the new Pink Thunderbolts film, so that should be really nice, and we'll probably get a meal in just before we go into that, and then get the last meal going back from that. But we're going to get this in and enjoy it. We are on to meal 6 now, second to last meal now of the day. So we have 500 grams of potato, 150 grams of chicken, sorry, and then we have an apple to munch on, but I'll grab after that. I like to keep it in the fridge because I like it to be nice and crisp. So again, just a little bit of a variation of meals. I've had rice for 4 meals. First meal was bagels, so a little bit of variation with the potato, and then we got our last meal, which is the one I've been most excited for, which is the cereal with some yogurt and whey and some berries. I feel like I've been waiting for that one all day, to be fair, out of all the meals. So, but this is a lovely meal prepared by Hannah, of course. So looking forward to this one. It's always better when it's not cooked by yourself. So meal 6 going down. Right guys, so we are in with the last meal. Left it a little bit later, purely for the fact of, what can I say? Together now, just so you can see the sort of final product. So we've got our Special K mixed berries. We're going to go in with the Naughty Boy whey. This flavour's been absolutely stunning. If I'm making it to paste, I actually add a touch more cinnamon because it's Cinnabon, so it's not quite as strong as cinnamon like as the cinnamon from Perform, which is a little bit stronger with the cinnamon. But it's quite a nice sort of flavour, so it's nice like a cereal. So I'm going to mix that together with my shake, in my shaker, sorry, and pour it over. So should be a nice little combination. But I have been, funny enough, in prep I've been watching a lot of Jax Eats and watching him do his cereal and Weetabix with like the whey, different Perform flavoured wheys. It's got me inspired, so I'm hoping this tastes as good as what he makes out to be. So I'll give you my true verdict on that. So we've just got 25 grams of whey, which we're going to weigh it out here. Mix that up. I'm actually, do you know what? I've only ever made it into paste, so I'm going to actually try it as a shake first, because I've literally, since I've had it, only used it to make like a whey paste or mix it into my yogurt. So I've never actually drank it as a shake, or mix it into my oats as well, or cream of rice if I've had that. So I'm actually quite intrigued to see how this tastes, because yeah, never really try it, so we'll see. One thing I have noticed with the Naughty Boy, it actually mixes really quick. There's no bits. I have a big thing with the bits and shaking. I know it's powder, whey powder, but it makes me gip. But that, I'd give solid 8 out of 10 in terms of a shake, because it's not too strong. You can taste the cinnamon to a degree. It definitely tastes like, you know, it's Cinnabon and that's what it's meant to be. It tastes more like one of them as opposed to just pure cinnamon. So yeah, it's I rate it. It's up there with one of my favourites, in all honesty. So we have that. We've got the yogurt and the berries to put together. I don't need to show you that, but yeah, last meal of the day. I very much look forward to this. Haven't had cereal in a while in prep, so very excited. Good morning. So we are heading over to Ultraflex Hull. This is post high day yesterday, so 700 gram of carbs went in. Weight was only actually up 2.5 pounds, which is pretty fantastic. Feel fuller, a bit tighter, digestion's been good, so yeah, feeling actually really good and on point this morning. So excited to go train, nice early session, and then we're going to do a bit of posing after, practice a bit of the routine, run through some mandatories and compulsories, which I'll record on here and show you guys. But feeling really good. Definitely energy's picked up. It's nice not having the fasted cardio, just steps have been getting done in the morning, and 12k steps a day, per day total. Just started pissing it down though, so it's been such good weather all week. I'm supposed to be going out after, so hopefully that doesn't last too long. Just want to get out and get plenty of steps in. I like to go outdoors and get them done. We'll get a few done post-workout today as well. But no, feeling really good after the refeed, so we'll take you along a bit of the session and some posing after. Right, we just got here now, so just a little bit of a session breakdown. So this is mainly like an arm focused session, but I tend to do 1 delt, 1 back, 1 chest, and 2 to 3 working sets on them. And the idea with them 3 exercises is that there's only 2 to 3 working sets, there's only 1 exercise, so we're going to take them to failure as hard as we can, and then obviously go into the arms, which we'll do a bit more volume. We'll do like 3 for bi, 3 for try, and then we're going to go pose and then do some steps and head off home. But we'll see what it's like when we get in there. But there's quite a few new hoist pieces in there, and we're getting them at our gym, so I might give them a go for the back, the chest and the shoulder exercises. I think they've got 1 for each, and see what they're like. So I actually wasn't sure about this pull down when I last used it, but we're getting it, so I'm adamant to make sure I like it and it feels good, because everyone tells me how good the machine is, but I'm not convinced, so we're going to give it a go today. It was the grip that I wasn't a fan of. But we're going to see how it feels. But again, I'm just not quite sure on that position, but that handle underneath does feel a lot better. So I'm going to stick with this. So I can feel my lats. I guess with the movement of the machine, I can feel my sort of hips tucking, but it means I'm contracting the lats, so I'm able to compress down on like your serratus and the obliques a little bit, like you would on like a single arm. So it does feel pretty good, to be fair. Now we're just in the split. Right, let's try a bit more load. So I must admit, with the right load and the better position on the grip, it does feel pretty good. In my opinion, this has to be your goated chest fly, in my opinion. Just because the stretch it puts you in, and also the angle on the machine where as you fly it really lifts your chest up, and you can physically see your chest squeezing, contracting, all the striations come through. So yeah, it's my favourite fly like ever. Some people may disagree, but I come to the gym, this gym in particular, to use this hoist fly. We're getting it as well, so I can't fucking wait to get this down at Rezo. But yeah, it just feels immaculate, it's so good. Feels so fucking good. So yeah, gonna hit 2 working sets on here. 10 to 15, kind of keep it at a higher rep range. Absolutely hides my chest off, it engages so well. So we're gonna go do a machine lateral now. and then we're going to get into the arms, which is sort of like the main focus of this session. But yeah, the hoist chest fly is just another level. So it feels so good. Like everything about the movement pattern, the stretch, how it contracts at the top, it's just so good. The heavy chest press, which is kind of similar. Quite a few variations. Got plate loaded and pin loaded, but that feels pretty good. With a fly, just something else. The bicep curl I'm going to try, and I've used it before. It feels so nice, but the only problem is it doesn't allow you to stretch that far. Like the lengthening position, you just hit the cable stack. So it's a bit annoying because you can't get the full stretch, but it does feel really good in terms of like a contraction and a nice feel to it as well, being in a seated position. But we're going to hit the lateral raises next. You'll notice on that, I don't really grip the pads, the handles on the pads. I like to just make sure I'm pushing from my elbow, because ultimately it's the elbow, the humerus, that's going to make sure you contract through the actual delt. So when I've seen clients do it a lot at the gym, you can fall into a habit of gripping the handles and then sort of pushing through your wrist, and then no longer through your elbow as much. And your elbows can see sometimes they drop off the pad because you're just pushing through the pad with your wrist. So I like to keep my hands kind of off it and focus trying to push my limb as far away as I can from my body to work my delt as far as I can the contraction. Obviously in the stretch, I lengthen as much as I possibly can before that stack touches. This is quite nice because it kind of like slides away rather than just pivots up with the pads slide down your arm a little bit, and it kind of pushes more pressure into your elbows. So you actually keep your elbows pinned against the pads, so it feels really nice. Triceps. I'm going to go try by. 3 of each, generally. Just going to get a feel for this. Not sure what the stack actually feels like. Quite like this long rope. Takes a bit of pressure off my wrist. Also, you can pin the elbows right back, get full contraction and full stretch. I like to really let the triceps hang off the stretch at the top. Find blood flow is immaculate, and it just feels good. This actually feels really nice, this setup. But I like to be able to fully stretch, let it hang off the triceps, and then kick back fully. Try to position myself so I can get the full length of that stretch as well. Just going to hit 20 reps, get a bit higher volume, get a blood flow to the arms. I need to get a taller tripod, just know where to put it. So we've got bicep curls, just done 2 warm-up sets, 2 working sets, 10 to 15, just done warm-ups like 20-25 reps. Quite a nice attachment, this just positions really nicely in my grip. I've got an issue with my wrist, so it just sits quite nice, so I'm going to stick with this.